ZANU-PF, unlike MDC, ayimwauki. MDC mwau, ZANU-PF fambei. MDC mwau, ZANU-PF fambei.
Apasi sina munhu ari kutendeuka, asi kuti tavaye kutenderera. Apasi sina munhu ari kutendeuka, asi kuti tavaye kutenderera. Ukambotendeuka.
The party is united, Sophie, and about just to make sure that the misbegotten view is corrected. There are no groups in the party. There is one leadership, one party and one goal.
Sina munhu ari kutendeuka, asi kuti tavaye kutenderera. Apasi sina munhu ari kutendeuka, asi kuti tavaye kutenderera. Ukambotendeuka.
Welcome to this edition of The Situation Right Now, where we discuss the topical issues, socio-political and economic. There is no subject on this platform that cannot be touched, and no questions that cannot be asked. We ask the uncomfortable questions, we get the answers for you here on The Situation Right Now. And I'm your host, Dara Blessed Mhlanga. And this afternoon I'm joined in studio by an amazing personality, a politician, a lawyer, and a father, Obed Chaurura Gutu. And we're going to be discussing his political journey and politics in Zimbabwe. Now, thank you very much, Obed, for giving us this opportunity, and welcome to The Situation Right Now.
Thank you, Blessed. Thank you, Dara. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. Now, just recently, the nation awoke to the news that you had joined or rejoined ZANU-PF.
Okay, oh, that's good.
Give us your perspective. You did write something, but we want to hear from you. What motivated you to make that drastic move, if I should call it?
Look, let me start by debunking the myth that it's a drastic move. I think politics, being politics, Dara, it's a fluid game, if I may call it a game, because I think that's what it is. It's not a game that is cast in stone. And I believe that your viewers would agree with me when I say that nothing in life is static. I'm sure we all are familiar with the concept of dialectical materialism. Nothing remains in the same state forever. Everything is in a constant state of changing, adjusting to the environment, both internally and externally. And the decision that I took might have surprised some people, but if you could have been following me, which I believe you were, over the past 12 months or so, you'd have almost like seen it coming. I'm a person who takes time to make decisions, especially big decisions like the one I took. But once I make a decision, then I stick to it like super glue. So it's a decision that I'm comfortable with. I slept over it. I pricked my conscience. I interrogated my conscience. Not once, not twice, not thrice, but actually several times. And I got to a point where I said, this is the right decision. Of course, it's going to come as a shock to many people, which it did. But I said, look, in life, there comes a time, Dara, when you have to make a decision, no matter how tough it is.
You had an option.
That's what I did.
You had an option to join the MDC-T led by Douglas Muonzora.
Oh, yes.
You also had the option of joining the MDC Alliance led by Nelson Chamisa. But you chose to go to what you have been opposing for the better part of the last 20 years. Why?
Look, it's a question really that speaks to my personal beliefs, my ideology. I'll explain further. And I mean, who I am, my political DNA, if you want to call it that. I looked at several parties in this country. I understand there are so many parties. Last time I checked, it's more than 100, I think, more than 101 political parties. And I said, okay, there are several options. Be part of those 101 political parties, or better still form your own party. But then I said, look, if you're looking at the developmental template that I've always wanted to push as an agenda for my involvement in active politics, where will I best be more effective? Where will I best be like more of greater use, of more use to my country? Because when I look at my involvement in politics, I've always been looking at it from a nationalistic perspective, to say, look, what is good for Zimbabwe? Not necessarily what is good for the person. But I may do something that is good for me now, but that is not good for my country. So I said, look, at the end of the day, my approach has always been country first. Then I looked at my ideology. I'm a person who loves my country. Believe you me, Dara, I think you know me long enough to know that I love this country, and I love it deeply. I mean, I could be somewhere. I could be in the United States right now, practicing law, or doing something, teaching at the University of North Carolina, or whatever. You know, maybe earning 1,000 times more than what I earn here. But I've always said to myself, look, where do I belong? And I believe I belong here. I belong to Zimbabwe. I also looked at the Pan-African dimension I'm still explaining why I decided to join ZANU-PF. I looked at that to say, look, I'm looking to being associated with a party that speaks the African language, that speaks my language. I'm looking to be associating myself with a party that is nationalistic, with a party that is not playing to the whims and fantasies of neo-colonialism, neo-imperialism, a party that wants to push the agenda of the African people. And no party is perfect. I think there's no political party under the sun in this world, anywhere else, not only in Zimbabwe, but anywhere else, you might think, which is like a perfect fit for everybody.
But what was your Damascus moment? I mean, what was your Damascus moment? Because you have fought ZANU-PF.
Oh, yes, I have.
Over the past 20 years.
Ferociously and passionately.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So what was the Damascus moment?
No, the Damascus moment was, if you remember, a few months ago, sometime in early November last year, I sent out a video where I was apologizing for my role, the role that I played in this whole sanctions saga. To say, when you look at the whole sanctions regime, which is getting on to about 20 years old now. Sanctions were first imposed in Zimbabwe. Zidera, as you know, was promulgated into law in the United States in 2001. This is 2021, exactly 2 decades afterwards. It's still there. So I'm saying to myself, look.
So you are responsible for the sanctions that
No, I'm not. I'm responsible. I was one of the people who were actually happy with having that sanctions regime in place.
You were happy, but you're not responsible for bringing
No, because at the end of the day, I mean, I don't pass American legislation. I don't pass legislation in the UK. Mm-hmm. It is those people who pass legislations in their own countries. But the issue now is they obviously had to be were lobbied. I mean, people might deny, but we did lobby. So anyone who is honest enough, who says the MDC did not lobby is lying.
Do you think?
Because we did lobby for sanctions.
Do you think that those who were responsible for human rights violations in a way lobbied for those sanctions?
No, Dara, look at it this way. I'm not saying that human rights violations should just be condoned. I believe that I've had several interviews with you. I've made my position on human rights very clear. I believe that as Zimbabweans, it doesn't matter whether you're ZANU-PF, MDC, whether you're NDU, if NDU is through there, or whatever party you're talking or you may want to refer to. We are just saying, let's have a situation where we are living together as responsible citizens who respect each other's diverse political views, diverse religious views, diverse even views on anything, on sport. I mean, you may support Dynamos.
I support Highlanders, actually.
Oh, yeah, even better. Or like me, you support Caps United, and then I don't have to make enemies with you because you don't support Makepe Cape.
Sure.
I mean, we should learn to be tolerant to divergent views, sometimes even opposing views. But in this country, I think the problem that we have now is we are saying, look, if I'm saying I'm now anti-sanctions, I'm not necessarily saying I'm saying all those who are responsible for human rights violations are good people. No. All I'm saying is, let's open a new chapter.
But you have joined those who have been accused of violating the human rights.
Yeah, accused by who? Because, Blessed, it's subjective.
You accused them.
This is why I'm saying that is my...
So you were lying when you accused them of your violation?
All I'm saying is, things change in politics. When you look at the
what
issue
has
of
changed?
saying, what has changed is, look at the Second Republic. Look at what they've been trying to do. I think this is one of the the Second Republic is one of the governments in this world, I think, which has been so unfairly, I think, treated, both internally and externally. Because we are looking at people, especially from the president himself, His Excellency President Mnangagwa, to say, look, I think he's come out gone out of his way to say, look, we are doing things differently from yesteryear.
And have you seen it? Saying it and seeing it are two different things.
I'm getting there.
So have you seen it?
I'm getting there. This is a leader, a president who says, okay, fine, bad things were done. Bad things, you can talk of all the bad things that happened in this country, Gukura Hundi, Mrambachina in 2005, all the bad things that happened, And he says, look, let us open a new list of our politics, our political discourse. To say, if we were fighting each other yesterday, simply because we are of different political parties, let's look beyond that. And look what he has done, or what he has done and what he's trying to do, to say, look, even if the amount of abuse that I'm sure you come across directed at him, directly or sometimes even personally, or on social media, even mainstream media, and imagine if it was like, say, in the First Republic, I don't think President Robert Mugabe would just take that lightly. People have been attacking him, his family, his wife, his children, I think even his dogs, his cattle, his cats. And then you say, look, let's go back a few years backwards. If it was President Mugabe, would people have this kind of freedom that they have? So, Dara, let's look at what I would like to call incremental gains. To say this is not a sprint, it's not like a 100-meter sprint, a Usain Bolt kind of sprint, where you say in 9.8 seconds, I've done 100 meters. This is a marathon. We are coming from I would want to call it a dark phase of our national politics. And we are saying, let us look at what he's trying to do. And I believe he has actually been, I think, unfairly, in some cases, more often than not, criticized. You are saying, this is the man who is saying, look, bad things were done. We were doing bad things, but we now want to do good things. It's like somebody who was an alcoholic. And he says, okay, I'm going to AA, to Alcoholic Anonymous, to be rehabilitated. But you still say, I'm going to so you don't want the man to change. So all I'm saying is, let's look at it from that perspective. To say, compare Mugabe, President Mugabe, may his departed soul rest in peace, and compare his predecessor, his successor, President E.D. Mnangagwa, to say, look at the two. Are we, even from the human rights perspective, which is a better perspective? I think let's just be somebody looking at it, even from the fight against corruption. There is corruption in this country. Yeah. But you and me, we know that.
My question to you was clear. Do you think, or do you not think, that those who are abused, who are accused, who you in the past accused of human rights, lobbied for sanctions by engaging in those acts of human rights? Do you think they did?
I would say no. You know why?
So those who spoke against the human rights are the ones who lobbied, not those who did the abuses.
I don't want to blame a person, because I don't know.
You took blame for calling for...
Yes, because of what I did. Yes. What I know I did.
Yes.
Because I know we were meeting these ambassadors.
Were you lying to them when you met them?
No, let me just go a step
what
further.
You told them during those meetings, were you lying?
I don't lie. I don't lie.
So you were telling the truth in those meetings?
Let me explain to you, Blessed.
Okay.
When we say telling the truth and lobbying for sanctions, they are not necessarily, in harmony. Because you may be telling the truth, but then if you go further to say lobby sanctions, the issue is, I'm regretting to say this call, this direct appeal and passionate lobbying for sanctions was wrong. Why? Because I'm saying, look at the targets of those sanctions. You are talking of people who are so innocent, who already are poor. People in the village, people out there in the village where some of us, come from. People in Murewa, people in Shamba, people in Madziwa, people in Slovela, Cholocho, Chivi, Gutu, Mutoko. Those are the people, and those people are so innocent. But those are the hardest hit. And when you look at what we thought was going to be the target of those sanctions, I would not say they failed them. Because look, if they still want to buy a nice jersey like what you're wearing, they can buy it. If they want to go on holiday, they can go. If they want to buy something from New York, where they are banned from traveling, or from London, or from Rome, or from Geneva, they can always use other means to get what they want.
But comrade, now we can call you comrade.
Oh yes, I am.
Yeah, but comrade, what I'm asking is for us to find the crux of this. So, if you were not lying when you met the ambassadors, so even if you say that the sanctions should go right now, and what you were saying was grounded on the truth, and that truth has not changed, then those sanctions will stay.
No, Blessed. All I'm saying is, by deciding to join ZANU-PF, I'm saying, look, I think I'll be more useful to my country if I'm saying with fellow comrades, guys, this is what I'm inputting. You may agree with me, you may not agree with me, because I believe that is what democracy is all about. To say, what I think is the position on human rights that we should adopt should be like ABC. And I thought it's better to be somebody who is talking to fellow comrades and saying, my comrades, who knows, maybe I could be more useful that way than if I just shouted them, hey, Maurice, you are terrorists, you are Mriunda, you are murderers, you are rapists, you are thieves, you are plunderers. Then I'm actually radicalizing them. So I would say, let me explain.
You have chosen to join the plundering so that you also fatten your own pocket.
No.
And increase the size of your belly.
Plundering how? I mean, you have known me for more than 20 years. I think you'll be the last person to even accuse me of being a plunderer. I mean, I have not plundered anything from anyone. I don't intend to plunder at my age. Why should I then say I want to plunder? To plunder what?
Join the gravy train.
Which gravy train? To do what? Because look, you are here. You know where I'm working. I'm working here. I'm self-employed. I've been self-employed since I was 28 years old. I don't want to be seen to be saying I want to be on the gravy train. Which gravy train? I've been in government before as deputy minister.
Now you want to be minister, perhaps?
No. Look, to me, if you listen to my speech on the day that we met His Excellency at State House on the 17th of March, it was very clear to say I am not a position-oriented person. I even told him to say, President, I'm here, but I just want to make it very clear. I'm not here to say I want a position. No. I'm just here because my conscience tells me what I've decided to do is the right thing. So if I'm wrong, let time prove me wrong. But I'm doing it, it's my conscience telling me to do that, it's my convictions telling me to do that. This is why I'm very comfortable being an ordinary card-carrying member of ZANU-PF.
I'll take you back to some of your tweets. You say, not verbatim, but you said something to the effect that you will never, ever join ZANU-PF. And that maybe to that extent, may the gods strike you dead if you do.
No, if you understood the context of that tweet, I saw it coming anyway.
So should God strike you dead now?
No. God is a loving God. God loves life. He hates bad things to happen to his children. And I'm God's son. I'm a son of God. You are a son of God. We are all children of God. So all I'm saying is we are looking at a situation where, going back to what I said earlier on, politics is never static. It's just like business. You'll be surprised. Right now we have competing companies.
So when you said that statement, you didn't know politics is not static?
No, I knew. But
so you were fooling your supporters?
No, not fooling supporters.
Why did you say it then?
Look, when did I say it? Let's go back in time. If you know the time, the day, the year, then you'll understand what I'm saying.
Make your viewers understand. Make our viewers.
Nothing is static. I'm persuaded by what is happening in the Second Republic to say, okay, these comrades, they haven't reached the destination that all of us would want. But not is the right direction. So I am then persuaded to say, just like the example I've given you, of somebody who was an alcoholic, and they go for rehabilitation, or who was even a drug addict, and they go for rehab. You can't honestly always say to them, but you used to be a junkie, you used to be a chitakwa. I think we have to be honest here to say, anyone in life has to be given chance. If you have done wrong today, and tomorrow you would seek to do better, we can't keep on saying, blessed Haite, I think that won't be progressive. So all I'm saying is, I believe that this direction that they are taking, the direction to say, guys, let's fight corruption. People are saying you're not doing enough, they're catching and releasing. But I'm saying that mere effort, I'll call it an incremental gain. Only a few weeks ago, the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission came up with a report that they've recovered $4 million worth of property, immovable and immovable property. And I'm saying it's not much, but it's a good indicator that we are going in the right direction. So I'm saying, if it is like that, quite honestly, can we keep on condemning these guys with even it's like if you're a school teacher, there is a student who has always been unruly, coming late for lessons, not doing his homework, and then if he starts to change, then you say, but you I don't think that's the correct way to do it.
I read your journey.
Yeah.
When you spoke about your journey. And in that piece, you said you were once Mjiba and you belonged to ZANU.
Yeah. I'll give you the background. Anyone of my generation, I'm sure you have an idea of my age, who was a teenager or even a young adult in the 70s, you'd go to Pungwes. I mean, that
doesn't necessarily make you ZANU, does it? No.
I just want to explain the Mjiba part.
Okay.
So who would carry stuff? Who would carry stuff for the comrades? For every week, we would attend no less than three mapungwe. So you'd go there, you would carry military style boots, you would carry all the provisions, sometimes even food. So to me, that's the Mjiba element. If you do that, but
you were ZANU, you said clearly you were ZANU.
Look, when you look at Mjiba, everyone of my generation be it a young man or a young woman.
So would it be fair to say you defected from ZANU-PF and went to MDC?
When you say defect, I don't know what you mean. Because look, after being Mjiba, look, I think I was barely 13, 14, thereabouts, early teens. And then I went to, I was in the early years of my high school at Fletcher. Then early 80s, I went to law school at the University of Zimbabwe. Then, when you say I defected from ZANU, I don't know what exactly
you left ZANU-PF and you went to MDC because you said you were ZANU-PF.
No, at university, we went to university in the early 80s. So my class, I don't want to mention names because I haven't been cleared by some of my, my colleagues.
Yeah.
But they are there. Some are occupying very prominent public positions in this country right now, public office bearers. But virtually there were two main political parties, ZANU NESAP, in the early 80s. Mama Pati was our So at university, there would be those meetings I engaged to young students. And I remember I even bought a card. And my friend, he's a very prominent person. I don't want to mention his name. We bought
the question is, when you bought those cards, were you ZANU-PF or you just bought the card?
No.
ZANU or you just bought the card?
No, as I said, we were happy with the...
Were you ZANU-PF or you just bought the card?
Let me explain. These guys would come to recruit. And they would recruit, they would give us some kind of political orientation, lessons, if I may want to call it that. So me and my friends, we were impressed. I think
so you were ZANU-PF, in short?
Yeah, if you want to call it that, yes.
So you then left ZANU-PF and joined Morgan Changira?
No, but let me explain. Even when I bought that card, I never really was, me and my friend here, we were not like active. I think I bought the card somewhere at home.
So when did you start being active in politics? When you joined MDC?
Yes, that's when I was really an active politician.
I saw you also
at
indicated.
University, I don't remember even doing any political activism for ZANU because, like I said, most of us we're young. I was barely 19.
You just barely passed through it, isn't it?
So I think I was 19, just over 19. I went to university when I was 19. 19 years and a few months. So I was at university. So it was like we were we're young, we you know, there was the spirit of revolution, comrades Adzoka, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah.
I also, you said that the opposition, the two opposition parties, the MDC Alliance, the MDC-T, there, the rest to the bottom. Can you explain that?
When I say rest to the bottom, Blessed, I'm simply saying this is a race to nowhere. You are murugumanya zvesvo, but kwa murugenda kwacho murugenda pasi. I'm looking at the infighting.
You're saying Douglas Monzora has no chance whatsoever?
No, look, who am I? Am I God to? I don't want to talk about.
You made that statement, so you've got to test it.
All I'm saying is I'm looking at what is happening. I'm not condemning anyone. I'm not like, you know, I don't use hate language against Monzora or against anyone for that matter. All I'm saying is I looked at the factions. There are various factions. Sometimes there are even factions within factions.
Within factions, you said that, yes.
So all I'm saying is, guys, so those are race to the bottom. You ask yourself, Blessed, you sit down, one, office one out, where are we going? We are not going anywhere. So I said to myself, look, is this what I want to be? No, I want to have a situation where I use my energy positively. I want to have positive energy, not negative energy. So there was still, and I still think it's there, so much negative energy. When you look, even, I know you're active on social media, particularly Twitter, just the amount of insults that the various factions exchange. It's, if you might fear that if they come across each other on the street,
but you used to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then I realized this
but you never killed anyone.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, look, it's bad politics. Politics politics you know, all that. Then you say, guys, is this what Zimbabwe needs? We have children here who want to go to school. We have schools now who are opening. My teachers are, we want better salaries, which is a good thing. What are we going to do to make sure that our educators poor remuneration?
Are you saying come
that kind of thing?
2023 Nelson Chamisa also doesn't have a chance?
No, all I'm saying is I'm not and it's a profit again. Okay, I'm profit. Profit. I don't know, but all I'm saying is when you look at the matrix, the political matrix now, I put my man on ZANU-PF. I don't see any party in this country that can beat ZANU-PF in any election, in any free and fair election. I mean, this is how I look at it. I've done my studies, I've done my analysis, and I've done the numbers.
What tools have you used to do those studies?
Look, I'm a student of political science, I'm a student of history, I'm a student of public administration. So, I mean, I just look at it, I study the environment, I look at, you know, to say, okay, this is where the opposition parties are generally dominant in the urban areas like where we are. But you say, are they growing their support base? Well, there's no use. It's no use just being strong in one area, but are you expanding your support base? Then if you look at the figures, even of the 2018 figures, look at the numbers that ZANU-PF had. They lost Harare province, yes. But compare that with 2013. They are increasing, isn't it? MDC 120, they won Harare. But compare with 2013. Then you see the difference or not. It's like Urugu but also grow up.
You contested in the 2018 general elections.
Yes.
As a student of politics, did you see that you're going to be defeated?
Look, it's difficult because...
but you can see others.
No. Look, it's difficult for me, like I said, to be... I'm not a prophet. I'm not antisim profita.
I'm just trying to manipulate the tools that you use.
So all I'm saying is, I honestly thought I had a good chance. But of course, I mean, what happened is what happened. But if in life, if you don't give up because you have failed, then you're not worth living.
You continue supporting Arsenal.
Yeah.
But it keeps failing.
Because
so
Arsenal,
why don't you give up?
Arsenal is a lifestyle. So I can't say that's because Arsenal Yaruza. Arsenal is not in the top 4. Arsenal is not in the Champions League. I didn't know. But I believe in conviction.
So you can also say if you have had conviction in MDC, Yaruza, you still be...
No. What I felt about my colleagues is that I was no longer happy. No. You go into a meeting, the first thing is on Arugu Tukana, sometimes almost to the extent...
Both factions?
Yeah.
Both factions?
Yeah. I'm telling you both. And then I say, I want to be happy. I think you know me. No.
So ZANU-PF makes you happy?
Yeah, so far I haven't had, I mean...
There's an interview we once had, and there was Jacob Mafume in that interview with yourself, and Jacob Mafume called you ZANU-PF Light.
Oh yeah, okay. You did that, and I think we laughed about it.
Yeah,
at your studios there.
But do you think it has been vindicated?
No.
Now he has ZANU-PF full blown.
Those things. I'll call it political banter. Really, just like people can say, good to your ZANU-PF light, or rich. I don't really take it seriously. I mean, it's not stuff that will upset me. Kwandiri kutamba, it's banter. It's banter. So when he said that, maybe he was analyzing or looking at the trajectory and Andakatora. That's why I said I took some time, and ideologically I then felt good. I'm happier with these people. I'm not saying they are perfect, because no one is perfect. But I'm saying ndakukombea ndaanalyze ndikati kwandiri happy and good because our MDC ndinowaziva ndakashanda nawo for all those years. And I said to myself, by the time that unfortunately Dr. Shangani passed on, the level yacho yokuvengana yanga yatovamo also. Even sometimes I remember in the National Standing Committee where I sat, sometimes the late Dr. Shangani would even say, I'm meeting to aumbo yimira because muruku popotira nachi mapindu ane. That is what you would say. Chichina chakupindai.
So these things here didn't start right now.
No. This has been simmering. I'm just telling you, Kuti. Even Morgan Shangani himself would stop the meeting. Kuti samoda kusta zokurovana chinda boxing.
So the legacy of the MDC, even with Morgan Shangani, there was just violence in there, is it?
No, he tried his best really to. I think he was a good man manager.
But it was there.
But at least I want to be very honest. But yet, with due respect to him, he was trying his best. Trying to say, guys, be tolerant. Kana you actually view yakasiyana neyako. Azire kuti amtengezi. Because some people were very quick to say, mtengezi, president, uyu akupandukirai, uyu arikuda kutengesai. Then they say, very quick to label. And at least to his credit, Dr. Shangani would say, look, you are one party, you are one family. Mumba, mumudi mwechete, vana vanyamunhu. Vanokwanisa kana kurovana. Azire kuti mototi kana tatukana, you are no longer my sibling.
In your article, you signed off as former MDC information spokesperson, MDC spokesperson. But you were once a vice president.
No, I didn't sign off like that. I think that was just the editorial people at the Sun. I just signed off as Obed Chauragut. I didn't even write my position or anything. I just gave my full names, Obed Chauragut. I think when they did the editing, maybe they decided to add that.
But you're former vice president of the MDC.
Former vice president of MDC. Like I said, I didn't even give myself any titles when I wrote that piece, because I wrote it as an individual.
Now that you have sat down and relaxed, and now you're ZANU-PF, can you just share with us why you left the MDC?
Look, like I said, I wasn't happy with the direction that we are taking. Especially, like I'm saying, issue to maintain our factions within factions. Look, I'm not a factional person. Because I believe that if I get into an organization,
So you're saying Dr. ZANU-PF presided over factions?
I'm not accusing anyone of anything.
I'm not saying accuse.
Yeah.
I'm saying there were factions in the small MDC.
I want a situation where you actually have divergent views, but you manage them in such a way that you appreciate good kind of blessed and a different view.
You were a vice president of a party.
Yes.
And you are saying you left because there were factions. So answer the question, like, did Dr. ZANU-PF preside over factions?
No, I don't want to be judgmental. I don't want to judge people. And this is my reason.
I'm asking you what you know.
Yeah, what I'm telling you is I felt uncomfortable because once people watanga kuita zvipoka not that one thing. You become internally focused. In other words, instead of pushing the agenda, so we become so internally focused. Instead of growing the party, maybe all our energy or most of our energy, so I felt, no, this is not me. I want a situation where I'll be able to say, if we are in a meeting and even different views, but let's debate them thoroughly. At the end of the day, that debate about but because of ABC.
Do you think this
because of ABCD, but we are comrades.
Do you think this is what happens in ZANU-PF?
I don't know. I haven't been there. I'm just.
So why did you join? Maybe probably there's the same thing happening.
No,
there.
like I'm saying, I'm looking at the ideological template where I felt with ideologically quantity more comfortable in the copy. I repeat. Let me reiterate now and here and now. Blessed. I said no political party, in fact no organization, even a church hapana chechi nganziri perfect.
So what position are you eyeing in ZANU-PF?
I'm not eyeing any position.
No, you can't just walk to status to be an ordinary
I'm an
carrying
ordinary card carrying member.
So why were you not received to sell?
How do you mean? Being received the status doesn't mean that the still sell. Look, my province will then...
ZANU-PF has got how many members, Obed?
Many, I think millions.
And you are, out of those millions, how many have stepped the status?
Quite honestly, how do you expect me to know? Because I didn't get a status. I didn't see one on India. So, I mean, all I'm saying is...
So just spill the beans. What have you been offered?
No, I haven't been offered anything. I've just joined. I'm an ordinary card-carrying member.
What is your ambition then?
My ambition? How do you mean ambition?
In the party?
My ambition in the party is to save Zimbabwe.
Do you see yourself sitting in the Politburo?
My ambition in the party is to save the party with conviction, to save the party with honesty, to save the party with diligence, to save the party with integrity. That's my ambition.
Do you see yourself getting into the Politburo?
I'm not God. I understand that. Look, I'm only 9 days old in a party.
Would you receive that if it came to your way?
Look, Blessed, all I'm saying is, so I don't even know what will happen tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow it will rain. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow there will be an earthquake in Zimbabwe. I don't know. So I don't know what tomorrow holds. All I'm saying is, my conviction now and my ambition is to work diligently for the party and for the country. Honestly, for the party and for the country. And also with all my energy. Positive energy.
How will you be working, Obed? How will you be working to save your country, apart from the work that you do at your law firm?
No, anything. I mean, it's like if I'm called upon, like to say, look, okay, we just want you to do this or to write this or to come and attend this meeting. If that meeting in Zimbabwe, that's my little small contribution. But as long as it's fine.
How do you think that you will save the party?
I don't get your question.
I asked you about how you will save the country, and now I'm asking you how will you save the party?
How I'd save the party is like I'm saying right now. I'm just waiting for the formalities to say, look, this is the lineup of meetings that we're inviting you to attend, and these are the activities that we want you to be part of. Because look, I'm new there. I can't just go there and say, guys, this is what I want to do. Hey, this is what I want to do. I have to wait from Kurudin's
Are you going to go to Chepo School of Ideology?
If I'm invited, why not? Why not? I will gladly go. Because I want to know more about the party. I want to know the ideology. I think I've read about it, but I think it would be even better for me to go to Chepo School of Ideology and get to know ZANU-PF better. I'll be keen. I haven't been invited as yet. I don't know whether the other comrades have been invited, but I haven't been invited. So if I'm invited, if at all I'm going to be invited, I will gladly accept to.
Do you think that the opposition in Zimbabwe still serves a purpose?
Yes, you in any democracy, in any multi-party democracy, you need an opposition. I'll be very disappointed if we have a country that has no opposition. But the only difference now, Dara, is we want an opposition that is patriotic. And by being patriotic doesn't mean that you want an opposition that is an appendage of the ruling party. Many people make that mistake. By being patriotic, it simply means you want an opposition that is pushing the agenda Zimbabwe. You want an opposition that says, guys, not an opposition that says, if we don't agree with you, the next thing is I'll catch the next flight. I'll go to the U.S. Capitol and try to meet Senator Ted Cruz from Texas, or to meet this senator from New York or from Iowa or from Nebraska to lobby for sanctions. No.
This is what you used to do?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's bad politics. Let's say kana tisinga wiri ani muno tiri opposite ndoti zvamurikuita izvi ruling party azviite isusu tofunga dei madai to build Zimbabwe. Not kuti no, even if something good happens, like we are proud of the boys, our boys who did wonders for us in Francistown last night, winning, qualifying for the Champions, not Champions League, for Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon, isn't it? And everyone should be happy. But you find even some of the things I'm reading on social media, my arrangements, you don't want to even celebrate even the good things that happen to your country, because my warriors were qualifier, then ZANU-PF on a mileage. But you are looking at, those are boys playing football. I don't think they are political animals. They are just, most of them are professional footballers. They earn a living through playing football. So we should be happy for them. So here you find good, even pakata something good. Look at even the attitude to the vaccine, to Sinopharm. China.
If you get yours,
yes, I was vaccinated. You have a situation where you say simply because you think it when I got vaccinated, because that one is an ZANU-PF led government. So I'm saying, guys, to be serious. Kana chinenge chakanaka. It doesn't matter chaitwa na dara or chaitwa na chakashata. So here you find good chaitwa na, is it ZANU-PF government? ZANU-PF led government. It's wrong. Even if Mvudza has done very well, there's going to be a massive harvest. We should all appreciate whoever came up with the Mvudza concept. It was a game changer. Let's appreciate that. But you say, it's really primitive. What's wrong with that?
Do you think there are things that ZANU-PF is doing wrongly?
Oh yes, I think.
What are those?
Yeah. So all I'm saying is,
what are these things that you think?
There are things that I think can be improved upon. I believe that they still need to really come down hard on corruption. Yeah. But I'm saying I'm happy with the signal. At least the effort is there.
Do you think they are doing well in human rights?
Human rights, I would say, look, I think they've really tried their best. But coming from the dark phase of the First Republic, where you would not even have the liberty. You find people. I'm sure you'll agree with me. Even you journalists, we should be scared to do under Robert Mugabe. But here we have a situation where we are saying, we are not yet there, but we are getting there. So let's give them credit for that. To say, guys, I'm starting my shika zhenyu patrodo tishike. Asi mkaramba mune gwarairika. You're on the right track.
Some have said that political persecutions have increased.
I don't know. I would say, look,
you don't know.
I don't think so. Because I mean the amount of stuff that I read that is anti-ZANU, anti-President Mnangagwa, that is published in the papers, and I haven't heard anyone good actually. President has they use even obscene language. But as
for instance, you had Joanna Mamumbe, Cecilia Chimbiri, and Netai Marwa being arrested for having a demonstration outside the Harare Magistrates Court, and joining them at that demonstration was Love Momaduku. He has not been arrested.
Look, I don't know much about their latest case. I was not in the country,
no,
so I all I know is the first case when there was that abduction or alleged abduction, and then the state said one evidence of which it was a state-managed abduction. That's the one I'm familiar with. The latest one, to be honest with you, I'm not up to grips with it. So I don't want to comment because
I'll allow you to just from your heart speak to our viewers, the nation at large, and tell them what you wish for Zimbabwe.
No, what I wish for Zimbabwe is a Zimbabwe that is prosperous. What I wish for Zimbabwe is a Zimbabwe that is, developmental. A Zimbabwe where people of different races, of different ethnic groups, of different religions live together happily. People who are tolerant. In fact, I want Zimbabwe to be happy. The pursuit of happiness. The happiness index is Zimbabwe. It doesn't matter whether you're black, blue, or yellow. It doesn't matter whether you are from Wange or you are from Chilonga in Chiredzi, or you are from Malipati, or you are from Mwenezi, or you are from Guruwe or Madziwa. We should just be happy. We are one people. We should just be able to tolerate each other. To say if we don't belong to the same political party, still that doesn't mean we hate each other. We should look at the bigger picture, that there's more that unites us than divides us. We should look at a Zimbabwe which is a sovereign state. Unfortunately now we are looking at people who say, can I indiriwe ZANU, yoru MDC, urume ngwangu. Inika indiriwe MDC, yoru ZANU, urume ngwangu. I think let's go above that. Let's just say differences are there, just like we have in religions. Kuna machechi mangani in this country. Anga want. But you can't say because in Indirim Roma, yoru msawada, so atuonani. No. So I mean, this is Zimbabwe. I'm looking at a Zimbabwe that is tolerant, a Zimbabwe that is progressive, a Zimbabwe that has good roads, a Zimbabwe that has where the people have access to quality education, our children have access to quality education, our people have access to quality housing, human settlements, where people have access to jobs, access to entrepreneurial opportunities, where we like I said, at the end of the day, we are happy. Chifara. So I'm looking at a Zimbabwe that is happy.
No, thank you very much, Obert Kutu, and thank you very much for joining us. I like the new.
Oh, you can follow. This is the new
look.
trend.
The beard.
You know what? I like a lot of basketball. So I think I'm watching.
But you look more like Rick Ross.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of NBA. I'm crazy about basketball. So I see all those youngsters there. It's like, and I like how they play basketball. I said, okay, maybe I'm an old man, but why don't I try this? And I'm cool with it.
Yeah. No, you look absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Albert Guti, for joining us, and we wish you the best in your new journey with ZANU-PF. We hope to continue to interact with you. You know, as at Heart and Soul TV and radio, we are open to all political parties and all views, regardless. We allow people to come as they are and speak and share their views in building the nation.
Thank you once again. Thank you for the opportunity you've given me to talk to Zimbabwe.
Everybody can go into ZANU-PF pocket, but no one can put ZANU-PF in his or her pocket. ZANU-PF is a huge home pocket. Tested nobody, tinokwana, tigora na matirimu. Asukaita mweo kuti ZANU-PF ndeyangu, inokupisa, ugozoibudisa.
This is the situation right now, and I am your host, Dara Blessed Mhlanga, and I was with Albert Guti. Thank you very much for joining us. Till next time, see you.
Ukambotendeuka, wazotendeuka.